So, guess what happened again? OBS decided it could no longer detect my headset. So I recorded about an hour of footage and commentary that is completely audioless. No music, no commentary. It's literally just images moving on a screen, and not even that often. And that's very, very unfortunate because a lot happened. So, to recap everything that went on, basically, I finally hit on what Curiously Extraordinary could have meant. I thought Mars power armor. That would be curious why it was there, and definitely extraordinary. So, I decided, instead of rolling on that, because I couldn't think of anything else, I decided to go with that. And since Cornelius Vega is a former Martian soldier, I basically ran with the idea that he has been trained to use power armor before. I did a check here to see if they were on their way back before Cornelius could get into the power armor. Didn't know how long it would take to put on the power armor, but I did read a number of people's opinions, with a lot of them basically saying it would make sense for it to be quick to put on. And I went with that. Then I had Cornelius roll a strength check. Well, this was a test strength check. This was the actual strength check to break all of the armor. All the rest of the armor that was in these crates. I accidentally rolled a d6 here. I asked the fate chart if power armor could use pistols effectively, and I put it at unlikely. The answer was no. So, Cornelius could not use his pistol. And I decided he could not use the integrated rifle stats because, from what I had read, the armor is kind of keyed genetically to a soldier. That might be more for the show than the books. But I decided to roll with that because that made sense. So, essentially, they stole power armor, which is very useful, but they can't use all of the functionality, and thus neither could Cornelius. So, then we rolled for initiative and started combat. One of these guys, remember, was upgraded by the epic churn effect. This particular asshole. The epic level thug. It's like a freight train. Now, the thing is, Martian power armor has an armor value of 12. So in actuality, most of the time, this particular thug could not actually do damage. Until I read through some of the stunt effects. And one of the stunt effects could use 4 stunt points to basically ignore the toughness, which is also the armor, which for some reason isn't lumped together down here, even though I'm pretty sure armor is supposed to add on to toughness, but whatever. So, suddenly Cornelius was taking damage, and eventually took enough damage that he had to add on some more conditions, which led to him dying. Well, he had the dying condition, which meant that at the start of his turn, every round, his constitution would drop by 1, and when it reached -3, he died permanently. And we have here the fighting continuing on like that. Valen is not a fighter. I had her try to stabilize Cornelius, and unfortunately she failed. And then she got shot, and had to drop to the dying condition, but rolled this particular roll, which has kept her stable. She's not going to die, but she is unconscious and not able to defend. So, we are now at the top of the next round with Charles, who I don't think is going to be backing down, but most definitely. Also, this guy is dying and will be hopefully dying very shortly. But this particular monstrosity needs to be taken down. So, he's going to aim, which adds a +1. And, oh, hey, look at that, he failed. Pretty miserably, too. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not in a good mood now. I recorded for an hour and have pretty much nothing to show for it. And, yeah. This guy, he is dying. I don't think dying takes you, like, completely out, because I'm not seeing anything here about when you reach the dying condition how you are helpless or unconscious. You're still able to do stuff, you're just slowly draining constitution. So currently at a -2, so at the start of the next round this person is going to die, but they are still going to attempt to... That's not going to hit. I know I have like a 12, but unfortunately next is this person. And this person, because they are epic, is a significantly more... Oh, that's gonna hit, and that's 6 stunt points, so... Yeah. Let me pull out my picture gallery of tables here. You know what? I'm gonna say gonna burn 4 of those stunt points for a called shot, which called shot is the thing that lets the damage become penetrating damage. And then the other 2 will be spent... I think we're going to use the last 2 to make sure that an injured condition will be applied. That will not reduce the damage. So injured, and damage is 9. Ignores armor. I can try to do wounded. It won't help me. Which means I now go to dying, because that dying condition will be chosen by this person. The only person who can stabilize him is himself. So, Hail Mary, I guess. Let's see if he's somehow... No, I'm gonna say a 9 is not enough to... So, pretty much the second Cornelius died, I knew this was over. I'm really sad that that it ended this way. 1, because I lost a bunch of footage, but 2, I think it would have been really interesting to have the group get a hold of their own ship, and because most definitely they were all going to be fugitives. I don't think Charles was going to be able to go back to his job, neither was Cornelius. Maybe they would have ended up working for the Martian government by returning Dr. Valen Forrest. and helping to uncover why there was a bunch of Martian power armor under the control of the Voltaire Collective. That could have been really interesting. Maybe who would have tied into the cybernetics that started this whole thing. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Dr. Von Force is going to be recaptured, if not just outright killed. These guys most definitely are getting killed. Well, Cornelius is already dead. Charles, I'm pretty sure, is also dead. Is just going to be finished off. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a better way to end it than this. Sorry for taking so long, only to give a very short video where you didn't even get to see most of the cool stuff. Didn't get to see Cornelius put up like quite a fight. As you can see here, this person was below half, which meant that if I had gotten lucky on some of my shots, I maybe could have wounded them or injured them and gotten them to a point where they were starting to suffer penalties to their attacks, but unfortunately that did not end up happening. Thank y'all for watching / listening. Hope it was enjoyable, at least parts of it were. Hope y'all have a great day. Better day than me. Bye.